Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, ball.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Packers go first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 31-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
First down, Packers.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, wahoo! 58 for Mike. 26. Pick me up. Here we go.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. It's complete to Grant. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game. Here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Rodgers again now. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And they'll get this down to the 10. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And Graham's got it. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Delta.
We're scoreless after one. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Bravo!
Here's Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This a 33-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Trubisky. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On first down, Cohen, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
Check pass. Check pass.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. His throw incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. But it's going to be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill, kill, kill.
Move, move, move.
93's the mic. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
50. Go, go.
Hey, we got to get this stop.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Under 10, 10. Safe, safe, safe.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check, check. We own this.
Hey, exit. Over.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
There we go.
A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Rodgers going to throw to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers on target here to Allison. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Hey, take 26. Hey, orbit.
And again, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers open here is Allison. That's complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Now Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. On the delay, Jones. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Yeah. Take 30. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. You must be dreaming. Hey, Echo.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Crosby is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we have hit halftime of the 2019 opener from Chicago as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hatchet. Check 15. Check 15. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
To try again after the sack. Rodgers toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Now Trubisky on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
I got you.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Charles, you are the master of abstract facts. So who would you say is the best player ever drafted from Ashland University in Ohio?
How about the only one ever drafted from there? Adam Shaheen, the tight end, went to the Chicago Bears. Began his college career, though, as a basketball player, Division II in the state of Pennsylvania.
At the Packers' 46-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Hey, let's get there.
They go play action with Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On second down, it's Cohen. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Move.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
They come out here in the eye. Might we see our first touchdown of the game. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it with Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and goal, Trubisky. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going up. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. He zooms in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Over. Pilot, 64, weak. Here I come. 26. Hey, Haywood.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check 26. Check 26. Switch it. Switch it. Switch it. Come on. Switch it.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to air one out. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved a first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And taken right at the 35. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. And they got to go thank the guys on D.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
65.
Here's Trubisky. He's got Burton here. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
He's not going to get me.
Now Trubisky to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Watch the pass.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. A 9-yard touchdown there as the Bears push further out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Get the ball. Mike.
He'll look to throw. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. Rodgers to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Mike is 50. 7.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Ryan Grant there to make the grab as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Hey, take 26.
We're pretty quiet. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Rush in.
On first down, Cohen. And some space here. Trotty. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You can just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bears, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis